Lunchtime, middle 70s by 4 o'clock. A great opportunity if you want to fire up the grill on this Monday for dinner. Yakima 40 degrees at 8, 63 by noon, 74 by 4 o'clock. And in Walla Walla, we should finally make it into the lower 70s this afternoon, making it the first 70-degree day of this season. Tomorrow should be the warmest day of the week. We'll talk temperatures, records, and we'll let you know when we'll see our cool down coming up. Riley?
Thank you, Tiffany. A boy is dead after a fatal shooting in the parking lot of an Ellensburg Jack in the Box Friday afternoon. The Ellensburg Police Department said it has identified the boy suspected in the shooting. Authorities said they would only release that he's a 17-year-old boy, and because he's a juvenile, they would not be releasing his name or photograph. They said a warrant has been issued for his arrest. This time it's not known where the suspected shooter is, and the identity of the person who has been killed has not yet been officially released. The Kittitas County coroner told Apple Valley News Now the person who died is also a young man. The gunman has been described as a 17-year-old male with facial tattoos that include a cross, with dark hair in a mullet style. He was last seen wearing a black jacket with a hood, light-colored jeans, and white shoes. Authorities say they do not believe the shooting to be a random act of violence and believe the shooter and the victim were known to one another. If anyone has any information or potential identification of a person matching this description, contact 911 immediately. A 20-year-old Union Gap woman is dead after a two-vehicle crash in Yakima early Saturday morning. According to Washington State Patrol, both vehicles were heading eastbound on Interstate 82 near milepost 35 when the woman's vehicle struck the rear of the other at a high rate of speed. The woman was pronounced dead at the scene. No one in the other vehicle was injured. WSP says she was not wearing her seatbelt. A United Airlines flight that landed Friday afternoon in Medford, Oregon, arrived without one of its external panels, airport officials say. The missing panel was underneath the plane near the landing gear. United Flight 433 left San Francisco Friday morning and landed at Rogue Valley International Medford Airport just before noon. A ground crew doing a post-flight inspection discovered one of the plane's external panels was no longer there. The airport paused operations so crews could check the runway and surrounding areas for the panel, but nothing was found. Airport officials say the plane did not experience any abnormal operations and landed without alerting pilots that there was an ongoing issue. That's why an emergency was not declared. United Airlines officials say they were investigating how the panel could have ripped off. They say the plane will be repaired and will undergo an examination before it's returned to service. A former Richland physician and healthcare staffing company have agreed to a $700,000 settlement over allegations of participating in a Medicare kickback scheme. According to the U.S. Attorney for Eastern Washington, Dr. William Edward Salco and Jackson and Coker Locum Tenens, LLC, allegedly schemed to bill Medicare for unnecessary medical equipment and diagnostic lab testing. The settlement agreement says the LLC cooperated with the investigation and took action to improve legal and compliance efforts related to placing providers with telemedicine clients. An alert for Pasco drivers as two construction projects this week will impact traffic. According to the city, road pavement work on West Argent Road between Varney Lane and Road 36 begins today, running through Friday, March 22nd. Drivers should expect intermittent lane closures each day between 7 in the morning and 5 p.m. Work on the Broadmoor Boulevard roadway restoration starts tomorrow, March 19th to Wednesday, March 20th. Broadmoor Boulevard between Burns and Dent Roads will be closed. An informal shooting range on Durer Road near Ellensburg will close until further notice starting today. According to the Washington Department of Wildlife, that closure allows work crews to begin construction on an official shooting range. It will sport a 100-yard firing range, a 25-yard firing range, and a shotgun area. A parking lot will be added to decrease wildfire risk and add backstops and berms. Straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, the use of a new cannabis compound that's sometimes marketed as a legal alternative to weed may be more concerning than initially thought, especially as its use rises amongst teens. And a live look outside right now in Pasco through the Dust Devil Skycam, 37 degrees. We had beautiful conditions yesterday and they're continuing into the start of this week. We'll be back with more headlines right after this.
For 600 different cigars and 125 pipe tobaccos, it's The Educated Cigar. For every cigar rated 96 and higher by Cigar Aficionado, it's The Educated Cigar. For 200 accessories, including dozens of humidors and fine pipes, it's The Educated Cigar. At The Educated Cigar, you can enjoy your favorite adult beverage and food from the on-site bar and restaurant while smoking and viewing the big game. Family owned and operated since 1998, open 7 days a week.
Next ET.
We got a lot of representing to do.
Queen Latifah hosts, and we're backstage with the stars at the NAACP Image Awards, plus Paul Rudd's Ghostbusters Return. Next ET.
Tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
When you get hurt on the job, you never know if you're going to get paid by Labor and Industries. Let Bothwell and Hamill fight on your behalf for your workers' comp. We can often increase your compensation. The sooner you call us, the better. If you were hurt at work, let us go to work to get you benefits.
Call 509-584-4411 for a free consultation. Bothwell and Hamill.
Get a great deal on a great-looking lawn and a really comfortable ride. Introducing Kubota Z200 Series mowers with a new K-Ride comfort system. Designed to optimize your ride so you have everything you need to glide your way to a perfectly manicured lawn. Right now, get a Kubota Z200 mower for 0 down, 0% APR for 48 months.
Find a Kubota dealer near you at GoKubota.com.
Your risk of getting colon cancer increases as you age. So talk to your primary care provider about screening and learn more at AppleValleyNewsNow.com.
Prosser Digestive Health Center at Prosser Memorial Health reminds us that colon cancer screening saves lives. This is how we care.
Smoke City for Less. We are open 7 days a week with now 5 locations.
Welcome back. It's a cannabis compound that's sometimes referred to as THC light, but a new study is sounding an alarm on the rise in the number of teens using products which contain Delta-8 THC. Mandy Gaither has a look at the data and explains why researchers call this a potential public health concern.
It's a new psychoactive substance, sometimes marketed as a legal alternative to weed, and researchers say more teens are using the cannabis compound known as Delta-8 THC.
It could impact proper development of the brain and a whole host of other types of consequences.
Adam Leventhal is author of a study published in JAMA that relied on school survey data from 12th graders.
We were really surprised to see 11%, so more than 1 in 10 teens in America were using these products at least once in the past year. And a good portion of them were not just experimenting.
The drug comes in many forms that may appeal to teens, like gummies and vaping cartridges. Leventhal says, unlike weed, there are no age restrictions for buying Delta-8 in most states where the product is legal, and he says it's not regulated either.
So we don't know if these products have impurities and potential toxic byproducts, and we don't know even what's in them.
Scientists don't fully understand what effects Delta-8 may have on teens. There are no large medical studies to show exactly how it affects the body, especially one still developing.
We know that the market for addictive substances moves much more quickly than sometimes we do in public health and research. And we've already seen a teen epidemic of e-cigarette use. We don't want to see the same thing play out with these hemp-derived cannabis products.
I'm Mandy Gaither.
Leventhal says he hopes the research encourages parents and caregivers to talk to teens about these substances and the concerns over potential adverse health effects from using them. Measles cases in the U.S. have reached a troubling benchmark. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention has reported 58 confirmed cases in 17 states, and that's as many as all of last year. The most recent outbreak happened in Chicago with 12 cases this year, but for context, the U.S. saw 121 cases back in 2022. Those were confined to just 6 jurisdictions. And in 2019, more than 1,200 cases were reported across 31 states. That's the most since 1992. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, the 2024 men's and women's NCAA tournament field has been announced, and the greatest 3-week stretch in sports is set to begin. We'll take a look at where some of the top teams are seated next. And a live look outside right now in Pasco through the Dust Devils sky cam. It's chilly outside. It's going to be a beautiful day. Meteorologist Tiffany Savona has your full forecast. We'll be right back.
Find amazing deals store-wide during the wall-to-wall sale at Furniture Row. Every sofa, dining table, and bed is on sale. Plus 5 years, no interest. Shop today and save during the wall-to-wall sale, only at Furniture Row.
There's never been a better time to switch to Spectrum. Spectrum Internet offers speed and reliability, while advanced Wi-Fi gives you best-in-class security for all your connected devices. And Spectrum Mobile delivers unlimited talk, text, and data with nationwide 5G included. Switch now and get Spectrum Internet for $49.99, plus advanced Wi-Fi and 1 Spectrum Mobile Unlimited line free for 12 months. Start saving today. Visit Spectrum.com, a Spectrum store, or scan to call now.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through March 31st, receive rebates up to $1,600 off on a new Daikin Fit system and thermostat when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
To see if you qualify for Hanford worker compensation, please call Smart Law for a free consultation at 1-877-630-1122. Workers and the families of deceased workers who worked at the Hanford site are now eligible for compensation for diseases and illnesses, including neurological, respiratory and heart conditions, cancers, and beryllium-related disorders. This may be in addition to compensation already being received. Call Smart Law at 1-877-630-1122 for Hanford worker compensation. Smart Law in Yakima and Tri-Cities.
Say no to middleman mattress Marco Malaise. And yes to factory direct savings at Denver Mattress. And during the March mattress sale, get the Summit for only $332.49, plus 5 years no interest and free shipping. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right mattress.
A Connell woman dies after 3 days in the Franklin County Jail.
It could have been prevented if they just would have cared one little bit.
Now this lawyer is fighting for her dignity.
Everybody's life has value.
Apple Valley News Now at 6 Wednesday.
I've been dying to take up bridge.
Said no one ever.
Next Live with Kelly and Mark. Palm Royale's Ricky Martin. Plus, Bush performs.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Want free college or career training? It's possible. Go to woggrant.org.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Tiffany Savona.
Good morning and happy Monday, everyone. Hopefully you enjoyed the nice warm weather we had this weekend. And if you enjoyed it, well, we have more weather like that today. In fact, let's talk about those 70-degree highs. Our average date of our first 70-degree day in the year is typically March 23rd in the Tri-Cities, April 3rd in Yakima. So we're a bit above or ahead of schedule is what I'm trying to say, because we already hit 70 degrees yesterday and we're looking at another 70-degree day today. It's already feeling like spring, even though spring officially begins tomorrow evening at 8:06. All is quiet, no fog to worry about this morning as you head off to work. Temperatures are currently in the 30s and 40s, so it's a chilly start out there. You will need that jacket this morning, but you could certainly get rid of it this afternoon. 37 in the Tri-Cities now. We're at 44 in Walla Walla. We've dropped a little bit there, and 39 degrees in Yakima. Not much wind out there, and there's really not much going on as we take a look at the Pacific Northwest. All of the clouds kind of floating around us, all thanks to that area of high pressure firmly in control of the Pacific Northwest. And when we're underneath that big blue H, That spells out dry weather, and it also spells out warmer than average weather as well. Now, tomorrow, near record warmth is possible. Tomorrow will be the warmest day of the week. But then that area of high pressure, we're still under the influence of it on Wednesday, but it starts to shift farther south, so does that warmth. And that means we start to cool down out ahead of that low pressure offshore. That'll impact us as we head toward the end of the week and into the weekend. So today, enjoy these 70s. We're talking about 75 in the Tri-Cities. The record to beat is 78, so that'll probably remain safe. 72 Walla Walla, 74 in Pendleton, and 76 in Toppenish. Remember, the sun doesn't set until shortly after 7 o'clock, so that'll give you some time if you want to go for a walk after work, if you want to let the kids play outside before you're getting them ready for bed. It's a great opportunity to do that. Tonight, clear and chilly. Temperatures drop back down into the low and middle 40s by tomorrow morning. Tomorrow, we'll have a little bit of a better chance of reaching that record high of 77 as we're forecasting 76 in the Tri-Cities, 74 Walla Walla, and 77 in Toppenish. It's going to feel more like the middle of May today and tomorrow compared to the middle of March. Now, we will start to cool things down, though. Like I mentioned, with that area of high pressure shifting south, we drop it in the 60s, but still, mid and upper 60s, not bad for this time of year. And then we'll see more clouds by Friday, a couple of showers possible. Best chance for rain now looks like it'll be on Saturday, wrapping up at some point on Sunday. That could change, though, as we get closer. Yakima 75 today and tomorrow. Warmest day of the week on the first day of spring. That's ironic, isn't it? Middle 60s on Wednesday, and then we start to cool back down into the 50s with rain chances this weekend. Walla Walla 72 today, 74 tomorrow. Today should be your first 70-degree day of the season since we were in the 60s yesterday. 64 on Wednesday. We could see a shower or two Thursday. Better chances Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Hermiston 75, 76 on Tuesday. Middle 60s Wednesday and Thursday, and a little bit cooler as we head into the weekend.